Hey guys, hope you're doing well. So I get a lot of questions about battery life, and the truth is there are loads of different factors which will affect how long your battery lasts for. Me and you could have the exact same phone and get very different results. So in this video I'm going to share with you guys some of the ways I maximize the battery life that I get from my phone, but some of these tips can apply to other devices as well. I should also point out that some of these tips may be very obvious to some of you, but that's okay because they may not be obvious to many others. So the first tip is to simply reduce your phone's brightness. Now, these days, many phones will automatically adjust the screen's brightness level depending on the environment that it's in, but that doesn't mean they always get it right, and it also doesn't mean that you can't get away with lowering the brightness some more. If you're running low on juice and you need your phone or your laptop or whatever to just hang on for a bit longer, just go ahead and lower down that brightness as far as you can whilst still being able to see everything clearly. It is a balancing act, so you don't want to lower it so much that you start to stress your eyes. But for example, if you're in a completely dark room or environment, you can probably afford to lower the brightness to its minimum. The next tip is to set your background and your theme to be dark. Now, this tip is most useful for those of you with OLED displays on your phones because that means that those parts of the image will be completely turned off on the screen and they won't be using up any power at all. But even for those of you with LCD displays, it's still useful because in order to get a black or a very dark color, the brightness of the LED panel needs to be reduced as much as possible. Some phones, like this Galaxy S21 Ultra, have what's called a dark mode, which basically makes the user interface darker in order to save battery life. But you might also find an additional bonus in that you might find it actually looks nicer. So if you have that option, give it a try. The next tip is to stay on top of what applications you have running in the background and what those applications can do whilst they are in the background. It's easy to forget about all of those apps you've used throughout the day or perhaps even several days, but just because they're in the background, it doesn't mean they're not still open and using up some of your precious power. So first of all, you should from time to time close all of your unnecessary background applications. Then, if your phone has this option, you should also make sure to go into your settings and make sure that unused applications are automatically put to sleep. This means that applications you're not currently using will not be active and they won't be using your network connection, they won't be sending you updates or notifications. However, you should probably make some exceptions for your most important apps. The next tip is for drastic times. For example, if you find yourself at around 15% battery and you desperately need your phone to last you for a few more hours, you can go into your phone settings and most of them will have some kind of power saving mode. Now, what this will do is basically reduce your phone's capabilities as much as it possibly can in order to extend your battery life. This includes things like reducing your brightness, reducing your screen's resolution, reducing your processor's power, and reducing background network traffic. You won't want to keep your phone in this state, but it might just save you someday, so just keep it in mind. Tip number 5 is again about desperate measures. If you absolutely need your phone to stay alive, there are a few more things you can switch off. For example, you can switch off your GPS, you can switch off data roaming, you can switch off Wi-Fi, and you can switch off Bluetooth. Now, your power saving mode may already do some of these things, but probably not everything, and it could just help you to hang on to those last few percent before your phone gives up on you. The last tip I have is to upgrade your phone. Now, I'm not trying to be funny here, and I only recommend this if you're still having problems with your phone's battery life even after using all of these tips I've just mentioned. The fact is, some phones just don't have that good of a battery life. It could be because your battery is just too small for you, but it could also be because your phone is old and your phone's battery performance will get worse slowly but surely over time. If your phone regularly can't get you through a days of use, it may be time to upgrade. Back in the day, if you ran out of juice on your phone, you could just open the back cover and pop in a new battery and you'd be good to go, but that's not really the case anymore. There's almost no phones available today that have removable batteries, and those that do probably compromise in many other ways. Thanks guys for watching as always. If any of these tips were helpful for you, please support the channel by dropping a like and subscribing if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys next time.